Roadmap to Peace was an initiative that was birthed by the community for the community after a string of violence that we've seen becoming a pattern in our mission district. RTP has been providing wraparound services since its inception in 2013. My name is Alexia, and I've been part of RTP for 6 years. I had my daughter when I was 17. I'm 24 now, and they've held my hand throughout the whole motherhood journey. There has not been one challenge that I have faced alone being a participant of Roadmap to Peace. The RTP Fellows use our experiences with the support of our peers to empower each other and to motivate each other to do better and to strive for success.
The Latino Task Force is also a community-driven collective impact effort, and it's really focused on being able to identify and really address the needs and the issues of our Latino community in response to COVID. So the Latino population has been disproportionately impacted by this pandemic. Similar to Roadmap to Peace, it was a community call to action.
I'm 20 years old. I'm a student at City College of San Francisco.
I skateboard.
I play semi-professional soccer. Everybody has had to start somewhere, and everybody is standing somewhere.
That came along was actually I was just in line.
I was voluntold. Okay, it was not a choice.
Ever since that day, it felt like home. Perfect. It felt like a glove, you know? I just felt right in.
I couldn't even get in without getting my temperature checked.
I do backpack giveaways, back to school giveaways, so I've just always been a part of the community giving back.
Oh my God, where are we going to put 40 pallets of food? It's not going to fit in my garage. And I have 2 lowriders, and I'm not taking my lowriders out of the garage and putting them out in the street.
So what happened here in San Francisco is that there was a shelter in place like the second week of March. And like within the same week, within a couple of days after the shelter in place took place, a couple of us, like veteranos from the mission, from our community, got together on phone calls. We knew at that time, without doing the testing, without having any data, that when it was going to hit our community, it was going to hit hard. We just knew it.
There was a woman who worked for 33 years at the Fairmont Hotel. Didn't even have an idea what unemployment was. And so I tried to walk her through it, and she had no computer, just couldn't understand. Finally I said, Senora, they have a bank account that they opened up, the Fairmont in the state of California, and there's money that you can collect. And oh my God, she started crying again.
The first 3 things that we realized when shelter in place took place is 1, education. The kids were home from school. How are monolingual Spanish-speaking parents going to figure this out? How are they going to work? How are they going to teach your kids at home? How are they going to get online? Do they have hotspots? Do they have Wi-Fi?
Learning is important. We know that this is, of course, the #1 priority for our youth. But if their needs aren't met, then learning can't happen. It's just a biological function that we go through because we're in survival mode.
So what we started doing was wellness calls. Do you have Wi-Fi? Do you have access? Did you get a Chromebook from the school district? The second thing we did was communications and outreach. We would go down Mission Street and people would act like they didn't even know what COVID was. So immediately we had to start doing an educational process through outreach. So we had outreach team go up and down Mission Street telling people, look, please stay home. If you can't, at least social distance 6 feet apart. So it was education, communications, outreach, and then food.
For Cinco de Mayo, we kicked it off that day with mariachis. 500 families showed up, and we gave them all, huge bags of groceries, and then the lines just started growing and growing and growing, and we couldn't keep up with the lines. We get food that's donated, rice and beans and masa, and staple Latino food, because I really feel it's important that culturally our gente be eating what they love to eat. It's very intentional what we're doing at the Mission Food Hub in terms of providing alimentos, and healthy food. So we give out mangos, and we give out, nopales, and we give out food that, it's buena para la panza and corazón contento.
I'm an economic relief coordinator, so I oversee the Central Hub services going on our 2nd floor, in which we help undocumented folks apply to anything from Medi-Cal, food stamps, receiving gift cards that they are eligible for because they didn't receive stimulus checks, as well as finding employment, helping them apply to scholarships and grants for restaurant work.
So we went back to Director Cheryl Davis from the Human Rights Commission and said, we want 25 internships for our young people to help out during COVID. And she said, absolutely.
It goes back to the multi-generational leadership, right? Everybody has had to start somewhere, and everybody is standing somewhere, right? And so, again, when we look at our elders that, even for me, are helping lead where I'm going, where I'm headed, I have a role in a position that I play based off of that. And when we look at our youngsters right now, we have so many young folks that are helping be the gears that keep the machine going. Whether it's taking temperatures, whether it's doing check-in, whether it's talking to folks in line, they're helping run the hub that is helping run the community.
He came to me for help, and I helped him out, and then it turned out he needed way more help than what he came for. He had a panic attack, and his blood levels were all over the place. So I went out of my way, and I bought him something to drink and something to eat, and it leveled out his blood sugar. And the next time he came, he was so appreciative from me. He said, "You helped me out. You damn near saved my life."
Having the opportunity to work with elders in the community that have done the work, have been doing it for generations, you get to learn from them, understand the needs of the community, understand how to respond, and there's nothing better than providing an opportunity for young people to come and take your place.
Alberto has been a young person that has been part of Carnival, who became a star. He's got a voice. And
There's a lot of people in need right now, and we're doing our best to take care of everybody.
So the whole LTF was just like, we're trying to push that leadership back up to everyone's mind. So then everyone's like thinking like, how can I be a better leader? Trying to get up there and like really expand that leadership. So with that being said, that was just kind of big for me as well. The fact that that word, just the word itself, leadership, was introduced to me again. Like, it was pretty cool, motivating.
It is absolutely imperative that young people are in it, and they're in the leadership, and they're doing it, and they're doing the work.
One key advice I would give to a young person would be to not underestimate themselves, because no good deed is too small.
this is a time that you really can not be at home playing video games, but that you could really make a difference, which feeds your soul. By volunteering, by getting involved, it feeds your heart, it feeds your spirit, it feeds your mind.
Don't be afraid to get judged. If you want to help your community, man. Because people over here, they need the help.
We are getting it done no matter what.